For centuries, a mysterious list has haunted the halls of prophecy and power, a series of cryptic mottos said to predict the future of the papacy. Some call it divine revelation, others an elaborate hoax. But as we enter a new chapter in church history, the question returns: is Pope Francis the last pope? The story begins in the 12th century with Saint Malachy of Armagh, a revered Irish archbishop. According to legend, he experienced a divine vision while visiting Rome, a glimpse into the future of the papacy, pope by pope until the end of time. But here's the twist: his so-called prophecy of the popes didn't appear until 1595, over 400 years after Malachy's death. A Benedictine monk named Arnold Wyon claimed he found the manuscript buried deep in Vatican archives. It contained 112 Latin mottos, each linked to a future pope, from Celestine II in 1143 to a final figure called Peter the Roman. But historians smelled something fishy. The early mottos matched the popes up to 1590 with almost spooky precision. But after that, the descriptions become vague, symbolic riddles open to interpretation. That's why many scholars believe the prophecy was forged during the 1590 papal conclave, possibly to promote Cardinal Simon Selly, whose family crest, featuring a bear, matched the next motto, Ursus Velox, Swift Bear, a political move disguised as prophecy. Still, even skeptics admit some mottos are uncannily accurate. Lilium et Rosa, Lily and Rose, for Urban 8, whose family emblem, a fleur-de-lis. De labor solis, of the sun's labor, for John Paul II, born during a solar eclipse. Gloria Olivi, glory of the olive, for Benedict XVI, tied by name to the olive-tan Benedictines. Coincidence? Maybe. Or something more. The final entry in the prophecy describes a pope named Peter the Roman, a shepherd who will guide his flock through tribulation, until the destruction of Rome and the final judgment. Some say that Pope was Benedict XVI, the 111th in the list. Others believe it's Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio, son of Pietro, the Italian form of Peter. Could the name be symbolic? Is Peter the Roman a name, or a sign of the Church returning to its roots in the face of crisis? With the recent death of Pope Francis, conversations have reignited. Some tie his passing to apocalyptic timelines, even pointing toward 2027 as a year of tribulation. But the Catholic Church doesn't recognize the prophecy, and scholars widely dismiss it as a 16th century political fabrication. And yet, there's another name circulating: Cardinal Peter Turkson of Ghana, a man of peace, a voice for justice, climate, and reform. The first black African cardinal created by Pope John Paul II. Could Peter the Roman be symbolic of Turkson's candidacy? A man named Peter, rooted in Catholic tradition and global in reach? And then there's Nostradamus, the 16th century prophet whose cryptic verses are endlessly interpreted. Some say he predicted the rise of a black pope, a term often tied to the Jesuits, whose leader wears black, and of whom Pope Francis was the first. Others link it to a literal African pope. Could Nostradamus and Malachy be pointing to the same future? In the end, the prophecy of the popes remains an enigma. A forgery? Almost certainly. A coincidence? Possibly. A warning? That's up to you. Because whether prophecy or politics, these stories shape how we see power, faith, and the future.